Yo, what's going on, guys? Dylan here from RotoSeason.com. Preseason is here, and we have a two-game Thursday night slate to kick off week one of the preseason, with the Giants facing the Patriots and the Titans facing the Ravens. In this video, I'm going to be going over a few of my favorite PrizePicks NFL player props for today's games, and just giving my overall thoughts and analysis on those picks. A couple things before I get into that, I do want to ask that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Football is back, and there's going to be a ton of NFL content on the channel every week for the next 6 months or so. So if you're planning on grinding out football season like me, then go ahead and sub to the channel, join the community, so you never miss out on these videos. And then I also want to plug the Roto Season Discord. If you ever want my opinion on plays that I don't cover in these videos, or you just want to hang out and talk sports, the Roto Season Discord is the best place for that. So come join the community we're building over there as well. Guys, this video is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Thrive has by far the most creative daily fantasy contest structure I've ever seen. Instead of just building out your lineup position by position using a salary cap like you would on DraftKings or FanDuel, Thrive combines traditional DFS with player props to make a very unique product. Instead of picking players to build your lineup, you pick props. So if you have 7 roster spots to fill, you're going to pick the over-under on 7 player props, and every prop you get right gives you more points towards your total score, and the higher score you have in the end, the better you do and the more money you make. Just like a traditional DFS tournament. What's even better is you have control over how risky you want to play. The more unlikely a prop is to hit, the more points you get if it does hit, so you can take the safe props and play for steady profits, or you can take the risky props and go for a takedown, whatever best fits your DFS playstyle. Thrive also offers the traditional player prop markets we've all grown to love, and they pay out over 20 times your entry fee on those contests, topping both PrizePicks and Underdog. If you're interested in joining Thrive, there's going to be a link at the top of the description for that. And if you use code ROTOSEASON at sign up, Thrive is going to give you a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. So if you deposit $100, Thrive will give you an additional $100 to go towards your bankroll to kick off football season. Just click the link at the top of the description and use code ROTOSEASON at sign up to take advantage of that deposit bonus. All right, guys, getting into the picks for today, we're going to start off with Tyrod Taylor, and we're going to take the over on 3.8 fantasy points. Giants head coach Brian Daboll has already come out and said that all healthy players will play in this preseason opener against the Patriots, so we will see some Daniel Jones in this game. The QB lineup for the Giants will be Daniel Jones starting, Tyrod Taylor coming in second, and then Davis Webb closing out the game. Tyrod Taylor is definitely my favorite of the three to target in this spot. Even though Daniel Jones is playing, I really can't see him playing a whole lot. He'll probably just get a couple series at most, and then that leaves Tyrod Taylor and Davis Webb to finish the game. I really can't see Davis Webb playing more than 2 quarters, so Tyrod Taylor should have at least a full quarter and likely more in this game on the field. Even if Daniel Jones played the entire first quarter for some reason, Tyrod and Davis Webb would probably each get a quarter and a half to close out the game. And 3.8 fantasy points just feels like a very low number for a quarterback like Tyrod Taylor, who has that rushing upside. Getting over 1 quarter of play time at 3.8 fantasy points just feels like an easy over to me with that rushing upside. So I do love the spot on the over for Tyrod Taylor. For my second pick, we're going to move over to Malik Willis, and we're going to take the over on 6.5 fantasy points. Sticking with the backup quarterbacks and moving over to the Tennessee Titans with Malik Willis. I haven't seen any official word on if the Titans are going to be playing Ryan Tannehill at all, but I don't think it really matters much. If Tannehill plays, it's only going to be for 1 or 2 drives at most. There's no way Tennessee is going to go and run their veteran starter much at all in game 1 of the preseason, and that leaves just Malik Willis, and Logan Woodside at quarterback for the Titans in this game. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see Malik Willis play 2 full quarters in this game. He's the rookie backup quarterback. A lot of good things have been coming out about him from the Titans training camp. It just makes sense for the Titans to give him a lot of opportunity to develop in these preseason games. There's also been reports that Willis might be a redshirt his rookie season, so that makes all the more sense for the Titans to give him plenty of run in these preseason games to develop and get some action on the field. Just like I mentioned with Tyrod Taylor, Malik Wilson also has a lot of rushing upside. He ran for nearly 1,000 yards last season at Liberty, and 6.5 fantasy points is just too low for a quarterback with his type of rushing upside that's likely looking to play about 2 quarters. And then for my third and final pick for this preseason opener, We're going to be going with Saquon Barkley under 18.5 rushing yards. I'm really liking the under on rushing yards for Barkley here in game 1 of the preseason. Like I mentioned earlier, Giants head coach Brian DeBoll has already said that all healthy players will play some in this game. But with a guy like Saquon Barkley, who plays the brutal position of running back and who already has a pretty extensive injury history at this point, I really can't see why the Giants would give him more than one drive in this game at the most. We already know Barkley's a great back. There's really nothing to learn about him from preseason games. There's just really no reason for him to get significant run in a game like this. I really can't see him playing more than 1 or 2 drives at the most, and 18.5 rushing yards is pretty high if he's only going to play 1 drive. So I do love the under in this spot. I will say this play could be risky because Giants do have a new head coach, and he could come out and just be really stupid and play Barkley for a full quarter. I really don't think that's going to happen, but play this at your own risk. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it. A few quick props I'm liking for this preseason opener. 2 games, Thursday night, Tyrod Taylor over 3.5 fantasy points. Malik Willis over 6.5 fantasy points. And then Saquon Barkley under 18.5 rushing yards. I wish you all the best of luck in your contest tomorrow, and I'll see you next time.